3 years ago, we purchased a very damaged but beautiful sailboat, with the dream of making it a safe and capable world cruiser. We've now sailed thousands of nautical miles and recently even conquered our first ocean crossing. Knowing we have even more remote locations and more ocean crossings coming up, it's time we go all in and transform Eva into the world cruising vessel she's always dreamed of being.
We're towing the dinghy because it was so windy, it was not safe to haul it out. Pretty sure our propane bottle just ran out. One of our solar panels just ripped through the fabric. We're gonna lose this vividity. All of these seams right here are ripping.
Our mission is simple. Build a hard dodger to protect us from the waves crashing over the deck, a rear arch to lift the dinghy for easy storage and security, and a hardtop to protect us from the elements and harness as much solar and maybe even fresh water as physically possible.
Barcelona. Been there, done that. Never again. And while we're on the way to the shop, I want to tell you guys about today's sponsor, which is AG1. AG1 is a daily nutrition supplement that supports whole body health. And it has a science-backed formulation that's got probiotics, prebiotics, adaptogens, and whole food-based ingredients. And the whole point is to support the brain, the gut, the immune system, the joints, and it is perfectly timed to be talking about it for this time of year. It is one of the easiest to accomplish health goals that I can possibly think of for the new year. It combines what you would normally get from multiple individual vitamins into a simpler and more effective way to raise your baseline health, support daily performance, and support healthy aging. You can save $20 if you subscribe at drinkag1.com/expeditionevan. And AG1 is going to give you guys a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 with your first purchase. And 5 free travel packs. So thank you AG1 for sponsoring this video. And cheers guys to a healthy 2024. 2024, that's the year it is.
Welcome to our new home away from home.
Welcome to the workshop. You guys, we found the most perfect place to build our stuff. This is the perfect project place.
Yeah.
Is it echoey in here?
Probably, that's okay.
This is our first time filming in here. We've kind of done a little bit of setup. It is a shared workspace.
Jade's warming up her hands. We rode our bikes here, and so we're a little chilly.
It gets a little cold on the bicycles.
But actually
just
not too
bad.
bad.
Yeah, we
not
just
bad.
don't have very much cold. We're not good at it.
Also being a shared space, because there are other people working and doing their work, we get some of their dust. I don't know what we're gonna do because we can't be having that in our fiberglass.
That's something we'll have to figure out for sure. We'll have to be very cautious and just make sure we're not working at the same time so we can clean up the dust and keep it contained. There's a lot of space for activities. I'm super stoked. I don't think I'm nearly as stoked as Brett though.
Over the past month, I've been ordering things from various suppliers. So we have a plethora of supplies and our IKEA furniture, and I built this from Crooked.
A lot of the people around here are professional, like carpenters, cabinet makers, furniture makers, and we're over here assembling IKEA.
IKEA furniture with the little Allen wrench that they give you. We're like,
Yeah, we hadn't brought our tools over, so the guy next to us, he comes over, he's like, do you want to use the drill?
We're like, no, we can do this.
We're working on it. So a lot of cultures are so giving and generous, and I feel like we're always like, no, we're fine, it's okay, we don't want to bother you. But then we have to be careful to be like, yes, we will accept your hospitality. Thank you so much for the driver.
Yes.
We're working on it.
We're working on it. This space is just a community space, and we're in one of multiple shops, and all these spaces are just rented out for people to work. Some are doing things for their hobbies, some are doing it professionally, like the cabinet makers she's talking about, and then there's us that are like kind of somewhere between. We're definitely not professionals, but this is more than a hobby, so we're in there somewhere. But they also have a bunch of tools that we can use too. We really want to have the entire structure, the dodger, the hard top, the solar panels, the rear arch, the dinghy davit, the whole shebang. We know that there is a chance, a slim possibility, that we either run out of time, we run out of money, we don't have enough space, whatever it is that makes it so we can't do all of that. And so we figured, well, what do we need?
Which will be the dinghy davit and the rear arch. Right now we do not have a dinghy davit, but we do have a functioning Dodger and we do have a good bimini. So we're gonna start with building the arch and then we'll build the rest. We're planning to build it all. That's what we're signed up for. That's what you guys are signed up for. That's what's gonna happen. But if, say, our visas get messed up or,
right, who knows?
You know,
the next steps in the project is going to be setting up this workspace so that we can build the legs and the connector piece for that arch. And there's gonna be some big...
they don't even know anything about that yet. The design, well, I guess we kind of showed
We
you
showed
guys
you a
the
little
design.
bit in the CAD, a little bit in the drawings.
Yeah. Okay, so where we left you was kind of the very, very minor designs.
I am still learning Fusion 360 because I do want to have that functionality and that feature, but I'm not
Fusion
there yet.
360 is like the 3D modeling software that engineers use.
And people like me. But since I'm not there yet, we use all this cardboard from all of our boxes, and we did some CAD as well, which is cardboard edit design, up on the boat to kind of see some mock-ups of it. Is it big enough? Does it hang off the boat far enough? What's the right angle that looks good? And we will roll those clips for you now.
Cardboard aided design. CAD.
Computer aided design is still in the works, but today is cardboard aided design day. We're pretty sure on the design. Pretty sure, but we really need to see it in real life, like 3D, walk around it to make sure that we actually like the height.
The alternative is we build it, we install it on our boat, and then we're like, oh man, that's like huge, or that looks
too short, and we're like,
puny. Yeah.
So
Today
is cardboard day.
we did a little bit of dumpster diving for cardboard. Sweet, this is the one.
Actually dumpster diving.
He really needed those pens. I appreciate you. I'll give you them to him. No, not that way. This way.
For some reason, seeing this right now is reminiscent of last Christmas. No, 2 Christmases ago. Our
What?
first Christmas on the boat.
When we had it all decorated?
Yeah, with gingerbread.
Yeah. We did them right here on this table.
I know. And it was brown and tasted about the same.
And none of the ankles were quite right.
Yeah, none of the angles were precise at all.
We should do that again this year.
Doing this has also helped us see some of the complications we're going to run into when it comes time to build this out of fiberglass. And speaking of things like that, these shouldn't all be the same.
It's fine.
That just happened.
A complete economic collapse. Oh my goodness. All right, you hold it there, I guess.
Come on. Didn't this piece go down here?
I'll be honest, I thought I was wearing something totally different under that sweater.
Glad you're wearing something.
Right?
Oof.
It's almost time.
Oof.
It's totally almost time. Okay.
Oh, you sound like a Chewbacca.
Okay.
That's enough, Dingo.
I know, I think we actually do need to pause and take him early. He seems like he really needs to go. Alright, we nailed this. Looks great.
Yep.
Nice!
So there's our angle in.
About like that.
Yep. All right.
Nice!
Just got to do that
To
one
the
more
other
time.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's walk these dogs.
Agreed.
We've had a bit of a headache since... Where are the dogs? Since running the dogs at this beach here in Barcelona, because there's a lot of glass in the sand. And so our dogs, who have been running on volcanic rock barefoot their entire lives, are suddenly getting slices in their feet. So tonight, we've decided to order them dog shoes, and they're gonna be the dorky dogs at the beach wearing dog shoes. But none of the other dogs are wearing shoes. I don't understand, like, are their dogs not getting cuts in their feet?
I don't know.
Oh, he gets so jealous.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna do a full-time business. It's slow.
And got twisted.
So rocky.
This is how we're getting on and off the boat right now. Oh, we're paddleboards.
What we're trying to figure out now is how far off the boat can we have the hardtop come and still look reasonable, so we don't have like a huge plank hanging off the back.
Right, we want it to go as far back as aesthetically possible.
Right.
Because the farther back we go, the more solar we have, and it will also provide shade for a dinghy. But we don't want to build it and then install it on the boat and be like, that looks really
And then just have like 10 feet hanging off the back of the boat.
or however much, like 5 feet from the back of the bench. So,
I mean, that doesn't look bad, honestly.
is it not?
No, not at all. The marina is so calm right now, but for whatever reason, our boat is just all over the place. This current one basically comes from the back of the boat straight up. Obviously, the dinghy, when it's on, it'll hang out past, but
Yeah.
the arch itself.
Yeah, so this would go to the half point. The end of this goes to the half point of the dinghy.
Right.
So it's this one or this.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking seeing it?
Extended.
You're thinking extended?
Yeah.
You don't think it looks too big?
No.
Okay.
I think it looks like a normal cruising boat that has an arch with solar.
I know, pretty much any cruising boat with solar has it sticking out.
Yep.
With davits.
Yep.
Even our davits
And when we have the dinghy on, the dinghy will still stick out past that.
Yeah, about
a tiny
6
bit.
inches.
Yeah.
So it'll almost cover the entire dinghy.
Right.
So should we add another 6 inches? So these
To cover the whole thing?
So it doesn't fill with water.
Maybe.
It's kind of a weird situation because we're making completely custom, we get to decide how far does it hang off, what angle do we have it, how much of the dinghy does it cover or not. And so instead of just buying this is what you get and you make it work, it's almost harder because we have
I mean,
all the
I totally get what
like-
you're saying. I feel like it's hard enough choosing like if you have 3 options.
Right.
Like, do you want package 1, 2, or 3? At this point, our design for the arch, for the davit system is cleared with our engineer friends that reached out that we've been talking to.
Everyone has agreed, like, okay, kind of what we're going for, our design should work. Obviously, no one's hands-on. And then what we're thinking about right now, extending this won't change any of that structurally. You know, adding 2 or 3 feet onto the back of that, which is just solar panels, doesn't change. It really doesn't change much as far as loads
Right, we
on
might have
the
to add
arch
some
structure.
stringers, but that's fine.
But all we're doing is extending the stringers that already exist. So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
the actual structure part won't change.
So now that we've done the mock-up and we actually do like how it looks on the boat, that is a very important step that is now done, and we're ready to move forward with starting the actual build. The arch is going to be made of a few important elements, and it has to be very rigid because it has to be able to pull up the dinghy. And what we've decided to do is do a laminate of S-glass, carbon fiber, and foam. The next step really is going to be opening this massive box right here of our foam that's in there and cutting those all to pieces and then gluing them all together and making it be an arch. And then we'll start laminating them. Right now I kind of just wanted to give you guys a tour, really.
Sure. Yeah, just kind of show you,
introduce-
so you can let your brain start, kind of melding with the ideas and figuring out what we're gonna do. This is our fiberglass. This is S-glass, which is most commonly used on surfboards. And it is almost as strong as carbon fiber, and in some situations it is stronger than carbon fiber. Not quite as light as carbon, but for our situation, this should be better in a lot of ways than carbon fiber. But we are going to use carbon fiber in other situations. Maybe 1/10 of the cost
Significantly
of carbon
cheaper.
fiber, and
It's not
almost
as light.
the same weight. It's almost though.
Almost.
It's really close.
Yeah, and since we're not building we didn't even know S-glass was a thing until you guys were all emailing us and a bunch of people were being like, hey, I'm a professional carbon fiber, whatever, I do carbon fiber, and don't do just carbon fiber. Like, unless you're doing aerospace things or race cars.
You're like, because we didn't know it existed. And it's really hard to find. I actually ordered this from a surf shop, and they were the only ones that I could find to buy it from.
Surfboards?
The surfboards, yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is mostly used for surfboards.
All the fiberglassing that we've done has all been with E-glass, which is a bigger weave and not nearly as strong and also a lot heavier.
Next is going to be a bunch of supplies from Easy Composites. I ordered pretty much everything from Easy Composites, and I did a ton of research and hunting trying to find the best place to get it. I reached out to a bunch of manufacturers, some in the United States, some all over Europe, and ended up doing Easy Composites. I was afraid they were going to be too expensive because it seems like really, really nice stuff, but the price ended up being actually reasonable. We got some high quality masks. Honestly, like,
Are you ready to be back doing this, babe?
I
For
am
real?
ready to be back to doing this. So here's the thing though, is we were able to get actual masks.
Oh my gosh.
And like mixing cups and gloves. Look, wait, hang on, no, this is the cool part. Medium and small.
Oh my
we were able to get different
goodness.
sizes.
Okay, so for those of you guys who weren't around for the journey the whole time, like from the beginning, when Brett and I rebuilt Eva, we were doing it during COVID lockdowns, like 2020, everybody bought everything was gone. All the gloves, everything was bought up. We couldn't get PPE for the project. So I was wearing like an extra large everything, including a respirator that, it was just not good. So build 2.0 is gonna be featuring proper protection techniques, or at least a little better.
At least better. This is the little sticky tape stuff.
Is that butyl tape?
I actually think it might be butyl tape.
butyl tape.
I think if it's not butyl tape, it's a lot like it.
Well, we'll say whatever's left. Butyl
Yeah,
tape is
really.
really handy on a boat in an emergency.
So this is because we are going to be doing vacuum bagging. And one of the boxes over there is going to be a vacuum pump and hoses and stuff. And so we didn't do vacuum bagging before when we did the boat. We are doing it on this because it will make it lighter and stronger and better in every way.
Vacuum bagging removes the resin, any additional resin. You want the least amount of resin to fabric ratios as you can, and involves a lot of plastic and a lot of taping and a lot of peel ply. And I love fiberglassing, and I love building, and I like projects, and I love all of this, but what I do not love is peel ply. I might even say that I hate peel ply. I am not a very hateful person. There are not very many things in this world that I do hate, but peel ply I think might be on top of that list.
This is our foam. It's 1/2-inch closed cell PVC foam, and it will end up being the core material of probably everything. It seems like really, really good stuff. It has a little bit of bend to it, so we should be able to get a curve going on the hard top. We haven't really ever worked with foam before, and so that's another thing that we're gonna be learning.
On the shelves,
So dusty.
yeah, everywhere. This is
your favorite.
This is the hated
Peel ply.
peel ply. It's really hard for us to use the new epoxy because we really like the epoxies we've already used. We loved Rocca. We sent an email and asked if they could ship it to us. It was a no-go. Same with Total Boat. Those are the two epoxies that we have really loved. And so far, neither of them have like a system in place, I guess, for sending it overseas.
Total Boat said they're working on something, but it's not
Yeah.
quite there yet, and so
As of January 2024, we are using a European supplier, Easy Composites, and phenomenal reviews online. So we're hopeful.
what's in this one? I actually don't know what's in that box.
That's the bag. I bought a camera bag.
Oh, that's what that is? Oh, we haven't sent that back.
Yeah, we need to return it. I bought a camera bag, but it was as big as I am. So,
She could have fit in it.
Like,
Yeah.
legitimately, it was huge. It was so big. I didn't realize that the models on their Instagram page are 6'6". We've never done vacuum bagging, so we're learning a lot about it. I don't know what this fabric is called, but the purpose of this fabric is to absorb the extra resin. And so we've got a lot of that.
Down here, last thing, this is the vacuum pump, vacuum hoses, air filter, some more release fabric, and lots of brushes.
I have no idea how this vacuum bagging is gonna go, so that's definitely an experiment. This whole project is an experiment. We're gonna be learning a lot of things, but also it's not an experiment because we've done a lot of the things before. So it's just kind of like building on the skills, but it's gonna be a journey. I'm hoping it's just gonna be like cakewalk.
Yep.
This was a short video. We're gonna be doing probably a lot of videos coming up, definitely a lot, because we've got a lot of projects going on. We're fairly real time right now. Actually, like,
Really, really time.
we're really
real time.
right now. So we're about to start this project and we're just gonna go in with it, both feet off the diving board into the deep end, and we'll be filming and bringing you guys along on the way. So yeah, drop your questions. We can answer them next video since we're real time.
Yeah. And thanks for everybody that watched our marathon video last week.
Yes.
You're awesome.
That was wild. It was really fun doing the premiere with you guys and like chatting and all the questions, and some of you guys were there the whole 4 hours, which is just crazy to me. For those of you who haven't seen that video, we did a 4-hour like special premiere, 4-hour special documentary of our entire Atlantic crossing, starting from the Bahamas and ending here in Spain. So if you followed the Atlantic crossing and you don't want to watch all of that again, start like 2 hours in.
Yeah, we can put
The
a
last-
timestamp. I'm not sure exactly where it is. It's around 2 hours.
Yeah, the end is all new footage of our leaving the Azores, getting to Africa, an orca encounter, all the things. It was a really fun video to make. So thank you
Saying
guys
goodbye
so
to
much.
Ayana.
I know.
And
miss her.
now we're here.
Now we're here. It's time to get working, Brett.
Let's do it.
Designs are designed.
Did we ever talk about why we're here and not just like in a boatyard? In addition to having the communal workspaces with the tools that we can use, because not only do they have like the CNC routers and all that, but they also have drills and sanders and sandpapers and vacuums and stuff like that. That is all part of being here. We need to be able to be epoxying and fiberglassing and doing these things where it can't be outside and it's too cold for a lot of it. So we need to be able to have it be at least a little bit warmer, out of the rain, out of the wind, out of the elements, and be able to just have a space to work. And this checked all the boxes. So we are excited to be here. We're excited to be working on this project and get started. This project has been years in the dreaming. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you hopefully very, very soon when we get started on the project. Good boy.